requires intelligence
Typically,
22, strength 12, strength 19, strength 14.
for 63 armor.
Yeah, but it's 8,000 gold, and I don't have
Yeah, and
enough.
I was about to say I'd sell first and then focus on buying because,
Well, we already did sell.
I mean, you can sort and shift through all these items too.
Yeah.
Though it's going to take a bit, but then
We
again,
can't use
this
any.
is.
We're far away from using any of these extra heavy boots.
Hmm.
Dang. Weapons. Dexterity 23. Like, they are expecting me to have way more points in these things than I actually do. And I
Yeah.
don't know why that is. It doesn't make any real sense, but there it is.
Yeah, for me, it's one of the biggest complaints I have about this game. The whole idea is that you buy something you want to use, then it'll become available later. But I don't like that. It takes up too much inventory slots.
Yeah.
The sequel did it much better, where items that were at your level or near your level became available. Sometimes they would sell an over-leveled item, but they had a storage chest for that.
Right.
And you don't have that in this game. No global storage chests that you can use between towns. I mean, the biggest reason I say to sell is because you want to have mostly empty inventories by the time you roll out of town.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, because, like, I guess she can switch to that type of glove and we can get rid of that.
Hmm.
There's just. We still have a lot of room to grow into the equipment that we have laying in our inventories.
So that's kind of why I buy a second pack meal, so I can have that grow into equipment. But I'll tell you this just so it's a little easier on you.
Yeah.
I would sell the studded gloves and the boiled leather gloves because by the time you get to the next vendor, which I don't believe is going to be too far, and I think he even may have a few things in bits and bobs in the past.
These are available. Is the point you're making? Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be readily available no matter where you are.
As long
And
as they're not enchanted ones. Enchanted ones I might want to keep.
I would keep enchanted, yes. In this case, I would sell the studded gloves, boots.
These are adds 10 to armor though. These are really good.
These I would keep, and I would actually probably equip your guy with
In
that
fact, these go
now
on. Yeah.
and pass it over to the next guy because this is a good time you can do that.
Right. Well, he's already got something good, pretty similar actually. Boiled leather
So you
gloves of
can
zap.
probably.
Sustained boiled leather gloves of zap. This one adds 13 to
The
armor, but he's got. Yeah,
dwarf
he's
guy
got.
could use it.
Dwarf guy could use the extra armor.
Hmm.
Get rid of those. Put those on. These are leather gloves of fire shot, which we'll hand those down. They have a defensive 3, so that's good for her. He still can't use. You need 13 strength to use anything heavier, and none of these 3 have that, which is a shame. But there it is.
And you could use gloves, mage guy man.
Well, so what we'll do is we'll put one thing of the next higher level gloves
Fight well.
in each of their inventories, so that when they actually get that strength point, they can use it.
Yeah.
Something
The
like
only
that.
reason The only reason I mentioned that in particular is because by the time you get to the next vendors, they'll sell items that you can actually use that are better than what those would be once you get the strength,
Uh,
if that makes sense.
Back again, are you?
Fair enough, I guess.
I mean, the game doesn't tell you that,
Yeah,
so
that's the
it's
problem, right? It's kind of like I feel like I should have that as something in my knowledge base, but
Yeah, and it's like that's what I think this game is better with. It's not as player friendly as you would like.
yeah.
And don't worry, if you buy something, you can sell it back for the value it was when you buy it.
Okay.
So if you buy something by mistake, the game's not going to punish you until you leave town.
Okay, interesting.
So if you find something better here that you want to use, you can just swap it out and sell the old one.
He has defensive 11, which is kind of garbage.
There was a piece of kit in here. The flimsy thing there is really good because
No
in this
requirements.
case,
Well, yeah. It's too expensive, though. I
yeah,
can't afford it.
it is, yeah. But there are a few things like the studded leather back, I think, a page or two. 19, nah.
19
It's
is
only
pretty good.
19.
This is 18. This is
Which is
19 and
more
cheaper.
expensive.
Very strange.
I think it's because it's meant to be fighting armor. And there's those gloves right there, if you see them on that page.
Which gloves?
Second page, the enchanted leather.
Oh,
Um,
adds 15 armor.
oh, that's way better. Yeah,
Oh,
you would
yeah.
want that over the generic. Perfect. Can you... No, you can look at weapons, I guess.
Any magic boots in the inventory of the shop? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah. It's so weird to me that that's how it works, because I played ahead and then I found that out the hard way. I was doing exactly what you're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can buy them a shield. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't hurt, right? It helps.
I don't think they need any melee or range, so you can just get the generic cheaper shield.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Do they need a bow? I don't know.
We can just get that short recurve back.
Yep.
That's slightly improved compared to that. Studded leather gloves and minor zap is very good. If we had someone with the... Well, so that has massive armor. 15% chance to cast zap, 20% chance to cast zap, but 6 defense versus 4. Probably go for the added defense. Yeah?
Yeah, I absolutely would, because even though it's 15 over 20, armor is everything in this game.
Right.
It affects so much. Like, you can have chance to reduce things like melee and range damage, but in this game it doesn't matter as much as it is in the second game, right?
Right.
Where resistance is kind of a huge factor, and believe it or not, I mentioned Labyrinth of Toho for a pretty good reason. The sequel kind of has a system that's pretty comparable to the one in Labyrinth of Toho 2.
Oh, okay.
Even down to the 80% damage reduction cap.
Interesting. Spider Silk Bow of Renewal. What does that require? Dex 13. Well, he's there. That's an improvement for him, so I guess we'll pop that over there. Dex 13, 191. Nope.
She could absolutely...
It's not as good. It's less damage. So we'll trash that. Warped Staff, 232. Intelligence 15. That's just him. It's the same as what he's got right now. The only person who's close is him. And it would be improvement. It would be an improvement over what he's got right now, but this is even. Well, he could use this right now.
So you can sell the warped, and yeah. Heck yeah.
Stun and health drain upon attack. Probably we don't need the knob clubs. Here's a bow at 208. She's got that already. Requires Dex 13 again. He's there. but that's worse. So toss this. And of course, we'll pick up more loot. It's one of those things where it doesn't make sense to keep too much sentimental value on random stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Maybe keep... How many people still could use that second level boot?
The boots I would keep in
1,
this
2,
case.
3. Yeah. But we already have one here. And one
So
here.
just consolidate what you have, yeah.
Yeah, and one here. Yeah, and then we can cut it down to 3. Like so. Healing
You can
Hands, he could probably use a copy of that.
Oh yeah, he could.
And got some boiled leather gloves, which are not bad. Got some slightly improved boots, which are also good. Fiber shoes of lesser zap defense 4, dex 12. That's an
You
improvement
have
for
dex
him.
12.
Indeed. And so does he.
What is a fiber shoes? Yep.
It's 4 defense instead of 3. Slight improvement.
And now you can probably take those boots and sell the other old one
These
unenchanted.
these add a nature magic spell, nature magic skill. So who's using nature magic? I think it's him, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. So we can deliberately give these boots to him, and he can't wear them yet, but they'll be useful for him when he gets around to it.
And thinking about it ahead, you can sell that Pack Mule's set of studded boots, because now you have that to replace it. So you have your 3, 2 unenchanted and 1 enchanted.
Yeah. Well, leather gloves are still potentially useful in the near term, so we'll keep a couple of pairs of those.
Unless you get those like gloves that are enchanted with like plus 15 armor.
Dang it.
Fight well. Back again, are you?
No. Okay, we'll get rid of that leather. This shield adds 3 to armor, so it's a 7. It's like a 7 defense instead of. So does anyone have something garbage compared to that?
That's 7. That's 11.
7. 5.
Yeah. Anybody else with lower? I guess we'll find out.
I think she might be the only one with the strength to do it. Is the
Best of
thing.
luck now.
Yeah.
Fight
Yeah, they do.
Back again, are you? Best of luck now.
Oh,
Goodness.
Well,
So she gets that, and she transfers over to this shield
sell
again,
the
are
old
you?
one.
and sell the old one. Yeah.
Is that a hack? Yeah,
That's a hack.
that's a
Get rid
hack.
of it. She's never going to use that, but he might. Dex 13 is... that's her. No. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Dex 14. She's closest to that. Strength 14,
That's-
him. Those are on deck for her.
Like I said, hitting K will auto sort it for you.
Yeah,
I
I'm not sure I like the way that it sorts with the potions up on top.
Yeah, 1 row of each seems good, and sell the rest.
Something like that, I think, is pretty good. And I'm not going to spend too much time moving it around, but... Sentry Helm Defense 10. This is really good if we can get someone up to strength... What is that, 19? I mean, our highest strength character is these 2 right now.
Yeah.
So we can have it on deck for one of them. That's wait, that's only defense of 5. That's garbage. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you're doing that, because it's a proactive way to find that out directly.
Right.
And now you can compare these weapons to the one you have, too, and see if they're better or worse.
Well, so this is 385, which... I know he can't equip any of these weapons right now, so... But the cutter is garbage by comparison. We can get rid of that.
You can pass the sword down to the next guy, probably.
Well, he's similarly far away from being able to use it. 259, 337. We can get rid of the clockwork mace, I think. Unless, is there someone who can use it? Strength 13?
Yeah.
It's not as good as that. That's magical with health steal, so we want to keep that. Nobody else has that high of... so we'll just get rid of that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for someone who can use it. That's worse and has higher intelligence requirements, so we'll just get rid of that.
Yep.
That's kind of
And you
intermediate, we'll keep that.
I mean, you also did sell the other warp staff because what the mages had worked way better.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you can end up making mistakes too, so like whatever. I'm not just kind of trying to evaluate things a little bit.
Yeah,
Dex
I
13,
understand.
Dex 13. He's already got one. Dex 16, that's so far off. We'll probably have something better than that by then.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have
No
two
doubt
Strength
about it.
17s, and this one's better, so we'll get rid of the Horrid Club.
Yep.
There's a Wedge Axe, which is garbage. Painted Shield is not particularly good. She's already set up. That would be good if someone could use it. Diff Strength 13, though, so we're kind of limited. I don't want to give it to her. I guess it's better.
Somebody else.
Well, no, hold on. Strength 13, 1 health stolen. Strength 13, stun chance. Stun chance
Stun
is better.
chance is better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We'll keep that for someone who happens to ding 13 at some point. Maybe. She can equip this now, which means we can get rid of that. These require higher dex. We don't need 2 of them. And I think that does it.
Aside from pulling out some of the
Gearwork
loose.
shield. This requires a bunch of dex, but it might be good for somebody. Resurrect scroll. Nuts to the blade. Goring Hasset Scimitar.
It's a little worse than some of what you got.
Yeah, I think it is. Alright. I think that does it.
In this
Best of
case,
luck now. Fight well.
what I do here, right,
Yeah.
is I control everybody, open all their inventories,
Yeah.
and the gear that you want to use later, I drag to the mule. That way, it doesn't take up their inventories, and you can consolidate the potions and everything.